Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Today we were at a national forest in Virginia. It's called Oronoco, I believe it is. Oronoco Campground. It's free camping. It's first come, first serve. It's a few miles off of 81 corridor in Virginia, just above Roanoke, probably, I don't know, 30, 40 miles. I'll post the address for GPS. It actually works pretty good. So this place was built in the 30s by the CCC. Like I said, it's free camping. You can get some travel trailers in here. We got a 32-footer, which fits just fine. That's not an issue. There's no hookups, just a pit toilet, and each site has a fireplace. They're not even marked. The place is dead. Say it's a Monday in September and there's nobody here. And for a free dispersed camping site, this place is really clean. I'm super impressed. You got a nice babbling brook behind me, actually in front of me. We'll show you that later. Bring your own firewood. Make sure your camper is self-sufficient because there's, like I said, there's nothing here. It's a 14-day stay, and it's well worth it. The road up here is very windy. You're going up the top of a mountain. It's very steep, but it's worth it. And it's, of course, the road in here is blacktop. Now there is a bridge. Once you get into the campground area, there's a small bridge, one lane. If you see that bridge, you better stop, because if you go any further, like we did, you can have a big problem. It's a mountain road. It's dirt. It's very narrow, maybe 8-9 foot wide. Definitely one lane, and it's a logging road. So there's some logging trucks that are running up and down this place. So if you go up there with a travel trailer, you best know how to back up a couple miles, especially around corners, because you have a big problem. But overall, this place is nice. Not bad at all. It's quiet. Like I said, we're the only ones here. And for free camping, it's awesome. National forest in Virginia called Oronoco Campground. It's George Washington Jefferson National Forest Campground. It's dispersed camping. It's free. It's a 14-day stay limit. It's very clean. There's probably enough sites for maybe 6 or 8 RVs. There's a bunch of tent sites here and there. I wouldn't come in here with anything bigger than 32, 36 foot maybe. It's going to be a little tough. The road getting here, it's a windy mountain road. It's very narrow, a lot of steep corners. You're going to need a decent truck to pull your rig up this thing. I'll show you some of the road here in a second. All right, there's our sign. So we come in from that direction. This is a gravel road getting in here, which is nice. You don't have to worry about rutty roads and washboard and whatever. It's pretty decent. This is a logging road, so there's a lot of logging traffic during the day. There's one important thing you need to know about this entrance. If you go too far, you can have a big problem. Because it's a logging road. Once you go past the campground, if you got a travel trailer, you can have an almost impossible time to back up. It's difficult. When you see this sign here, flash flood area, and then straight ahead there's a little billboard with some campground rules. This is where you want to turn to get into your campsite if you have a travel trailer. If you have a tent site, you can go, or tent camping, you can go up a little farther if you want. This is where you want to go. If you go past this, start heading up toward the single lane bridge, you can have some issues. So just avoid it altogether. There's a big open grassy field, kind of. There's sites in here you can use, tent, RV. Yeah, you might be able to get a Class A in there. Where we're parked next to the pit toilet, you can get a Class A in there, no problem. But see that yellow sign that says 1-lane bridge? Yeah, you don't want to go past that. That's going to be a problem. So this camp was built in 1930 by CCC. And here's one of the features. We're not really sure what it is. Could have been an old fireplace or leftover from a building or something. We're not really sure. There's no dates on it. It's not marked. So we're really not 100% sure what it is. So there's 2 slabs, concrete slabs in this campground. The original from the 30s, they were for the buildings. One of them was pretty large. The one we're parked on was probably the barracks for the workers. And there's a little one farther up the campground, in the campground, probably used for some kind of food storage or tools or whatever. So it's pretty interesting. There's not any history that I could find posted about this place. So there's your 1-lane bridge. Yeah, if you get to this point with a travel trailer, you better stop and back up. Because you can have some, like I said, you can have some big problems. Yeah, here's your little bridge that you don't want to go over with a travel trailer. Nice little babbling brook that goes all the way around the campground. We didn't have any mosquito issues because it is September. So that was kind of nice. Very quiet here. Six, 7, 8 miles off of 81. Maybe a little more. Yeah, it's a very windy road. George Washington National Forest. So like I said, this is a logging road. So it's, you're driving up this thing with a travel trailer. You got a big old logging truck coming down. So somebody's going to have to move. It's going to be difficult. There's not enough room to pull over to the side and let one another pass by. It's not going to happen. We made that mistake. We drove about a mile into this road with the 32-footer, and we weren't sure what the hell we were going to do. But we managed. So this main driveway is like a horseshoe shaped. There's pit toilets in front of us. Off to the side, there's a couple of pull-in sites, or not pull-in, back-in sites. I can use it for tent. Small travel trailer, 15-footer, pop-up. In the center, just an open area with a couple fire pits, park wherever. There's no marked sites or anything. It's just whatever you find, just use it. There's no trash cans in here, so it's pack in, pack out. So don't leave your garbage and your crap laying around. It's not that hard to put it in the back of your vehicle and dump it somewhere when you get gas or whatever. So this concrete slab that we're parked on is part of the CCC camp. It's probably a barracks where they had the workers stay. If you don't know what CCC stands for, it's Civil Conservation Corps. It was started back in the 30s. I'm proud to say my uncle was part of that. They were cross country, coast to coast, They built a lot of national parks, national forests, campgrounds. They did a whole lot of stuff. So do some research and have fun learning about them. It's pretty cool. Yeah, here's a bird's eye view of the campground. Just take a little stroll on top of the camper. That's it, nothing fancy. Just a dispersed camping area. A nice little babbling brook right there, which is kind of cool. And it is stocked with trout. And that is it. Yeah, there's a little shot of the babbling brook. Actually kind of peaceful. Get to hear that at night. No traffic, no people yelling, radio's going, just a nice little brook. Very relaxing. Well, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed this little video, little review of the campground. If you see us on the road, say hi. Love to talk to you. Until the next time, happy camping.